welcome back to the Keystones Expedition podcast. I'm here right now sitting with Mikhael. I can't say your surname.
My name is Mikhael Batakunda.
Mikhael Batakunda. I wish I could have at least tried.
Yeah.
Next time, Mikhael Batakunda.
Thank you.
It's really nice to meet you, Mikhael.
Yeah.
To give some context to listeners on the podcast.
Yeah.
We are currently in the most incredible landscape. I'm literally looking at rolling hills behind Mikhael here on a beautiful afternoon in July.
Yeah.
And you know, with Upemba National Park and Forgotten Parks. And I'm just so excited to have this conversation. I think this is going to be one of the most important conversations, you know, I will actually have in my career.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's talking about a subject that is really important to flesh out and get to the roots of and really understand.
Yeah.
So before I carry on talking, Mikhael, who are you? Who do you work for? Please share a little bit about yourself.
Okay. As I told, my name is Mikhael Batakunda. I'm working for the Upemba National Park since 4 years as a responsible of social projects around the park. And now, since the last year, I'm in charge of community conservation and development issues around the park. And my experience is founded about my experience, my last experience as a project manager at Virunga National Park since 14, and I left there in 16, and I'm very, very engaged in conservation issues in Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I also want the listeners to know that we're having the start of this interview in English.
Yeah.
Because it's very difficult to do a French-English podcast because I can't speak French.
Yeah.
So please forgive me for communicating at this level in my language.
Yeah.
I will be moving to French towards the end of this podcast to kind of explore it for the film. So when you watch the film on Upemba and go into a little bit of the Keystones expedition film, you'll see it in French in your local language, which I think is important that I
no problem.
So thank you.
Yeah, I try to make effort to speak myself about what I can say. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm sure we all the listeners will appreciate, because it's just one of those things that are hard to communicate.
Yeah.
Please, can you just tell us a little bit about the current situation of Upemba with regards to the conflict and the communities that exist here around the park? Maybe just to give a little bit of context of the size and the amount of people that are in the park.
Yeah. Upemba is located in Haut-Katanga province and Lualaba province, Haut-Lomami province, and it's a great area. It's a part of most great protected area in the DRC, and where it's located, we have the need of the development. If there is a lack of development around the park, it's very so far from the mining area zone where public government and other stakeholders concentrate activities of development. There is why people who are living around the park are very, very poor, and they are subsistence is depending on the use of natural resources of the park. And that is why sometimes we have the issue of the management of this park, because of people are looking for living every day, but when we launch the activity of the conservation, sometimes rangers are facing people in the park for the poaching, for timber, for fishing, for mineral activity sometimes. And there is a challenge of every day to explain to people that they can gain their lives without to use or to exploit natural resources of the park. The great activity that we are making now is to explain people. As you know, that Upemba is a most of park which were forgotten in the history of parks in DRC. It stands for 8 years effort are making by the government and the forgotten parks in the frame of to enhance the level of the management. And now we are at the critical phases of to take off, because of we set up the strategies, method, and they are shareholders which are committed to make something to change the high story of this park. It's the last park in the Katanga where we can reach elephants and zebras in natural situation. And this critical situation, we can't stay there without to make something. For example, my responsibility as a development and community officer is to create alternative, to explain to people that we can make life, we can gain livelihood without to exploit, without to use abusively the resource of the park. And this pass by agricultural activities around the park. It pass also within fishing activity, legal fishing activity, to promote legal activity. It's pass also by sensitization of people. It's pass also by engaging public responsibility of Congo government, and each part have a key role to play in this project. Yeah.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah.
How many people are actually in the park right now?
Right now, we can estimate between 100,000 and 300,000 around Lake Upemba, likely around Lake Upemba in Bukama territory, and there are also a small village within the park. Yeah, and their living activities, livelihood is based on exploitation of natural resources by poaching, illegal activity in generally, like poaching, fishing, and mineral to exploit mining.
So up to 300,000 people that are in this park right now.
Yeah.
How do you start the process of talking to these communities?
Yeah.
Some of them are part of the Mai Mai, correct? And they're an armed sort of, kind of, not I guess dangerous is the right word. I mean, they've killed some rangers here.
Yeah. There is the first level is a legal level. The application of the law. You know that the protected area is protected by the law of Congo, the Loi 14, and this Loi 14 for the totally protected area like Upemba, no one people is authorized to live in the park. And about this problem, we talk with the chiefdom. We have many chiefdom around the park, and when we engage to talk with them, is to explain that we have to respect the law of Congo, which is not allow the presence of people in the park. This is the first level, and in this level we engage also the responsibility of authority, public authority, because they have also another responsibility in this case, because in 19 the ex-governor of Katanga addressed a letter which authorized people to come back in the park. And this is around Lufira, is around Mabwe and Kilumbe situation. And it was very illegally. People come back in the park and they destroy the park. We lost many elephants in this period since 19 to 2000. There is a great period of poaching and the launch of mineral activity in the area from Kasenga to Mbue and Mabwe. And now what we are doing is to create alternative in the fishing activity, legal fishing activity. We are working with around 5,000 people, fishermen, which are getting support from the park by nets which are recognized, and we work with the women for the value chain activity about the fishing, and this is support of the park. But about the illegal mining, that we are talking now with the local chief that we can find another source of mining outside of the park, and this is possible. We can conduct research activity, exploration with outside of the park, and to find other source of mineral, and this can be an alternative. We are in the process, and I believe that we can reach a common ground about mineral activities and about agriculture for the oil palm, because is also the reason why people are not accept to go outside. And about this, we are create also the alternative of to set up other farmers activity around the park, somewhere where they can find the same land, the same farming activity, but to introduce improved seeds of palm oil like Tenera 1, which is more productive than the species they are used now. And about poaching activities, we think that if people who are living around the park, if they improve their production, they can also smallly reduce the pressure on the natural resources. We are working in Bukama territory, in Lubudi, Mitwaba, and Malemba Nkulu. It's not easy, but we are trying to make something, and the trend is very good. Yeah, we think that in 5 years, next 5 years, next 10 years, we will reduce the rhythm of exploitation or use of natural resources of the park by creating alternative. There are many projects which are in a pipeline, like energies around the value chain, transformation of local product, because our landscape is very rich in potential hydropower potentiality, and we can use it to support other sector of the economy, local economy. And if the economy is improving, we think that we can reduce smallly the pressure that is making by people vis-a-vis of the park.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that's it's interesting to hear about sort of the efforts into to dealing with alternatives, essentially, because you've got to create an alternative here. Like, I think, black and white, the communities have one option to see the park as a resource for minerals and exploitation, or they see it as a potentially something that serves in another way, another alternative, which is the national park.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that's the narrative that needs to be told with them. And is that a struggle? Is that difficult to communicate? Because there's not, how do you communicate the riches of a national park compared to the minerals of the ground?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Mineral activity make quickly benefit, and people, the temptation is very the great temptation for all. But as I told to you, the law is a fundamental and a basic. It's our the basic reason, which is pushing to explain people to not exploit abusively the park, to destroy. Secondly, now we are using also the climate change as also the reason of not to destroy, because of that DRC now is a second or first, I don't know, the first or the second great region of where we can find forest in the world. And the carbon thematic is very important for the world, and we try to explain people that our forest zone or landscape is contribute to reduce the climate change and its consequences around the world. And we try to explain to next generation of children and young people at the university level and local level to contribute in this effort. That is why, for example, the park is recruit new rangers and to retreat the older rangers, and to recruit young people. And when we communicate about this, the people was very interested to be hired by the park and to become rangers. And this is demonstrate that people are very interested by this issue. And we have to create more opportunity to young people. There is some we have other people in the monitoring, agricultural monitors, which are also engaged to help people to learn about agricultural activity around the park. And this is also to reduce, for example, the lack of jobs, to create opportunities around the value chain of agriculture. And this is why this is a new way by which we can explain now to people to believe in us, to believe in the conservation activities, conservation of Upemba, and for now and for the future. Yeah.
No, that's very well put. I think it's an incredible bit of work to both at an intensely local level, and I'm very curious to go deeper into the sort of the threats that you are kind of experienced because of trying to communicate this. I'm interested to go into that a bit, but it's also from an international perspective. For people to see the value in the landscape that's behind you right now. The forests that are there. The need for finance to preserve these ecosystems, not for the benefit of just the local Congolese people, but the entire world, which depend on the ability to regulate its climate. So I think that's a huge one.
Yeah. And about the last thing I would like to add is about illegal armed group, which sometimes try to insecure the park. And this issue, we are making an effort, and the management of the park making an effort to talk with military authority of Congo about to make a process of disarmament, the disarmament, demobilization, and the reinsertion. And there is an opportunity. There is an open window by using the Kanyamakasese program, which is farming activity, the great project of the Congolese army located in Haut-Lomami province, where the Service National of Congo is reduce the urban criminality by taking gang groups of people, of young people, and to bring them there to learning about jobs like in farming, in building, and so on. And we think that the park nextly will collaborate with Service National of Congo by to sensitize armed group which are willing to let this illegal activity and to go to make job, and will use this opportunity by reducing the number of people which are in the armed group now. This is also an opportunity, and we will begin with the communication by using a radio around the park. desensitization could make, for example, 2 or 3 months. 3 months. After these 3 months, we can begin to collect these people and bring them to Kamina, and this will help also to the park to reach the peace, to restore the peace in the park, and to reduce the pressure of the poaching. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a strategy.
Yeah.
Personally, have you had any threats against you for trying to convince people to, the Mai? Have you had any issues with going into communities at all?
Yeah. Because of that Mai are making a pressure to local people. Yeah. People are haven't another choice but to go to get in.
Could you actually explain who they are?
Yeah. And when they arrive, for example, in the village, they are looking for young men, young people, to tell them that we are going to protect the ancestral land. It's our land, and we have to use it without our land, our forest. We are going to use it without the authorization of the ICCN, legal authority. And they are explained to those young people that they will be rich, they will find many money. But this is very, very false. And people are trying to go in, to get in, because there is not another alternative. It's about the possibility. We are in the critical zone of poverty. The rate of the poverty is around 98% locally around the park. What we say in the Katanga province, what we say about mining activity and its benefit to local people, it's around Lubumbashi, Likasi, and Kolwezi. And when you are outside of this zone, the other zones are very, very underdeveloped. It's like Mitwaba, rural Mitwaba. We have Malembankulu situation, we have Lubudi, we have Bukama. And without alternative, people are see the armed group like this the only way by which they can change their life, by exploitation, to exploit, for example, mineral in the park, to exploit the poaching activities, illegal fishing, and so on. And when the park bring another opportunities, it becomes like a challenge, and young people are interested by to change the life, and to gain the life properly in good ways. And we think that this opportunity that we are presenting now can produce a great impact in the future.
Yes, so there's critical awareness there that needs to be built. It seems that there is, as you said, I think 98% poverty, around 1.3 million hectares of land in the middle of Africa.
Yeah,
I think that is a stat that just should sit with everyone for a little bit, because it's huge.
Yeah.
And we cannot solve that without putting food on the plates of the people that need it. It's like no one can really think about climate change until they've eaten.
Yeah.
So it's an incredibly complex issue, and I can understand that that it's a lot of work. What is the size of your team? And Yeah.
Today, my team is about 20 persons, which is there are many specialties. We have agronomists, which are in the agricultural and fishing activity to promote agricultural and fishing activities. I'm also another team in conservation, community conservation issues, which is we have a radio, Upemba Community Upemba Radio. We have also the team task force like the scientists which are involved like now in dynamization of local community development, local development communities, local development and conservation communities, LCD, which is composed by local chief and local stakeholders at the local level to honor, to learning, to push there to honor the issue of protection of the park. And we begin by organize them. We organize each community, each chiefdom to appropriate, to honor the project of the conservation. And there is our basis. If at this level people are very, very engaged and the park speak clearly, honestly with this level of people, we think that we can build confidence, we can build the trust, and we can become the partners, very, very partners in the objective of to save Upemba. Yeah.
It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of work, and much needed finance to build these. To build the momentum around it, because this area is obviously access to some of the cleanest water in Congo, in the Congo River, and that's, you can't put a value to that like you can to minerals. It's a difficult one. Do you ever try to communicate the importance of the water systems that this natural system provides to the communities?
Yeah. We're trying to explain them
I'm sure they know
about
that,
when we are talking, for example, about the regulation of the climate. What is a great role in the agricultural activities? We are putting the link between the regularity of the rain season by agricultural activities. When we trying to demonstrate that if we destroy the forest coverage in this zone, we can lose the source of the Congo River. The Congo River is located, the source of Congo River is located in our zone. And Upemba and its habitat, its forest coverage is playing a key role in to maintain the system of water providing in this zone. It's not easy, you know that we are, as I told, we know that we are in the zone where there is a lack of hydropower electricity. And about to cook, the cook is making by timbers, and this timber is becoming in our forest. That is why I talk about the sustainable energy. It's very, very important to create also, and to create other opportunities to creating or to build the hydropower or power plant, which can reduce the consumption of the timber from protected area like Upemba. And about this, for example, we are trying to engage people in reforestation, not to use the burning of the forest as a agricultural practice in this area, and so on. Yeah, and this can pass by the radio. We are talking vis-a-vis with local chiefs and local people in many ways. And as I told, the big problem when they talk to you that we are ready to change. We are really, we are understanding, but what can we do? Very well, for example, I think that in the future we are proposing many activities like to use the Makala, the sustainable cooking. I can say that sustainable cooking by reduce the consumption of timber, by to create to reduce and to gain in time by cooking. And there are many examples did in Eastern DRC by WWF, and we can bring also those alternatives here, and to engage with local community to see that how we can reduce the pressure of the forest coverage. And this linkage is established between every part of the environment. We're trying to explain this to young people in schools, at university level, located in our area. That is why we'll see that my team, there are some competencies we are multidisciplinary competencies which are involved in these issues. Yeah.
Okay. No, thank you so much. I think that's such a complex issue that I think requires a lot of listening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from me and from many people who might be listening to this now. I think that's the only way that we will truly understand the way in which intervention can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at a local level. I'm sure every single community will have
Right.
a local solution.
Yeah.
A local way of communicating with them. I just want to say, you know, thank you so much for communicating now in
Yeah.
English. I think that you know, merci beaucoup.
Thank you, merci.
Or Asante.
Asante.
I think, or Asante Sana. Huh?
Yeah.
You know, I think it's so important that we listen to this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's anywhere that people can have a look at, further looking into the community aspect side of Forgotten Parks in Upemba,
Yeah.
where could they have a look at the projects? Is there anywhere that people can research or learn more about the projects?
Yeah.
Online, on the website?
Yeah, for local people online, firstly is by radio.
Radio. Yeah.
Radio is a mass media which can reach people fastly, because we are located in the zone where internet connection is not good, and the way by which is easily to find information about the park, firstly is a radio, and also we can't neglect using internet, social media, website, and so on. But firstly, the radio is playing a key role. Yeah.
It's from a local level, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think there's so much to communicate on this park, and I hope that this little interview could do something.
Yeah.
To I guess people out there to learn a little bit more about Upemba.
Yeah.
From a community aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much. And is there anything else you would want to say to the world?
Yeah, to the world is to, that as the last question about the Congo River. Yeah, many people are not convinced that the source of the second great river in the world is taken in Upemba area. There is why the world must wake up and to consider that Upemba, the saving Upemba, should be the
priority.
The priority, and in French we make le devoir de l'humanité. L'humanité devrait prendre attention de ne pas céder, parce que Upemba is located where mineral activity are in progress, and the mining actors are looking for other permits, and if they are finished with to explode around, they are looking to how to destroy the park. And the world should wake up and take this with priority to make effort to protect this park. There are many efforts who are making now, and forgotten parks need the support of everyone in the world. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was excellent. If anyone wants to learn a little bit more about Keystones podcast, you can have a look on my Instagram channel, Keystones, where I've been traveling to various conservation projects and building value first, and then self-financing it. So if there's anyone out there that's interested in collaborating on these projects and sees the value in what I'm producing, please do get in touch. Always needing support as I find stories such as this in the middle of the DRC. I'm not sure where I'm up to next, flying off to, I've just done 15 days in the bush doing some scientific research with some scientists, and now heading back to Arusha before my next bit of travel to the next point. So if you have another story that I should go to, let me know. That's Sam Chevalier. Thanks for listening. Cheers for now.